Hello friends, welcome back. It's time for another episode of BigDenoPlays. Today we're playing Recall. What is Recall? It's a Euro game about moving up tracks. I love tracks. It's a really cool concept for a game. We are exploring a land sort of that time forgot, and we are recalling the memories of the former people that lived on this tribe, on this land, on this continent. We're exploring it, we're developing it, and we're doing that through a variety of Euro game mechanisms, which is excellent. I really love Euro games. I don't play a lot of them on the channel really. Mostly play deck builders and card games, I guess. But yeah, I really love Euro games. I think they tend to be better at multiplayer, which is probably why I don't play a lot of them on here. But the recent plays of Civolution have really got me excited to play some more Euro games. Here's our board. Look at that extravaganza. Isn't that fantastic? Tracks galore. We're going to set up a few little things. These are bonus modules that we're going to get. Excellent. And then these ones are also bonus modules. And, oh, optional crystals there. Alright, so this, we'll now shuffle these. This is our scoring card. So at certain points in the game, we'll have to choose one of these two options for bonus scoring at the end of the game. This game only recently released actually. I don't really know how Australia's got it, but my local game store had copies of it. Apparently this was released at Essen Spiel. And yet here it is, released and available. So this is where the main meat of the game is going to happen. 1, 2, 3. So we're playing a solo game, so there's a slight change. And I really like the solo games when, Mage Knight's a great example, when you don't really have a lot of upkeep to do for your solo opponent or lack thereof. And in this game there actually is no opponent, so it's literally just all of our turns, and I dig that a lot. However, the one change that you make in solo is instead of gaining 2 of these objective cards and having to complete 1, we gain 3 and we have to complete 2. So these are our options. 5 of these and 1 of each of the 4 different relic cubes. 5 of those little things claimed. Okay, they're quite difficult. We don't have to decide as yet. We just get to look at these. 5. So at this point in time, I think I'm going to have this be the 2 that we're looking for, but we will see how the game progresses. I am playing as the Bishop clan. You can't see them, but here he is, the Bishop clan. I'll slide him down. There he is. Monkey guy. What a legend with a crow. Super cool. Literally the only thing that the different factions do for you is they give you a different type of ability that you can activate, and in my case it is a free develop action, and that is all my faction does. I also start with one of these. These are called something tiles. Gadgets. Gadget tiles. Excellent. Guess what they do? They also give you another ability that you can activate using your little activation discs, and those are called, wait for it, ability stones. Yes, excellent. I literally learned this game today. So, but what surprised me is how easy it has been to pick up, and that may be a byproduct of the amount of games that I play. But it could also be that it's just a really elegantly designed game where all of the various things are explained well enough. So, how do we have a turn? We have 2 types of turns. We can take a key card turn, and if we do a key card turn, we take one of our key cards, which at the moment we just have 2 white ones, and we slide it into one of these little tracks. Boop, 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 and activate that module. As we level up, we'll gain access to other key cards that have abilities that may also activate. You also gain these abilities here, and on your turn you can do any number of free actions. This is the free actions symbol here. So a free action is you can place one of your ability discs on an action, or you can convert crystals, or you can unlock crates, which we'll hopefully have some crates soon because we've got this And that is the game. It's one of those, into there, do the things, move up tracks, do things. Eventually you'll run out of activation discs, and then you'll take the second type of turn, which is called a recall turn. Recall being the name of the game. You remove your discs, you get to generate some income from your revealed tiles, and that's it. There are 13 turns in the game, no more, no less. 13 shall be the number of the counting, and the number of the counting shall be 13. I like a Euro game that has a set time limit, because it gives you that sensation of, oh, I just want one more turn so I can do X, Y, Z and do these things. I like that feeling. And it really is an optimization puzzle, which is great. Okay, so it is going to be our first turn. We're going to get stuck in, and I'll explain each of the actions as we do them, hopefully. But we are going to have 3 little tribesmen down here. So these are our 3 little tribesmen. And we can move them onto these various locations and activate different things. We can activate different things, which is exciting. So let's do the first of our activations now. This is our very first turn of the game. So we are going to activate a keycard action here into this slot. These little green cubes, they are literally just to mark off that you've done an action, so you know that you've done it. Okay, so I'm going to start by moving my little group of champions. So they're going to move from here onto this hex over here. So this hex has more little ability discs on it, and the way that we can gain those ability discs is by doing a develop action. So the develop action allows you to do one of 2 things: build a building, or excavate a tile. And so this tile has 3 of these little things. If there is only 1 ability cube on there, you activate one of these followers. They will be discarded, so he's gone. And you pay a crystal from your supply. Crystal's gone, to take one of those ability discs of your choice and move up the track of that colour by 2. I'm going to choose to move up the grey track. So we gain this grey ability disc, and we get to move up this grey track 1, 2. Then I can reveal a tile, and the tile that I'm going to reveal is one that we're adjacent to. I'm going to reveal this tile here, and how do we want to do this? Yep. No, I think like that. Yep. Excellent. So when you reveal a tile, you will populate it with either activation discs or these things, which are called relic cubes. So those are different coloured relic cubes that we have available. And that is it for the thing. And I score 1 victory point whenever I reveal a tile. In a multiplayer game, you score more points than that based on the number of adjacent tiles with followers, but for us it is just 1 point. That is the second change in the solo game. So I now have 2 activation discs, and I have 2 abilities over here that I can spend. So the first ability I'm going to activate right now using my ability disc is grab one of these. So you just take one of these from the top, flip it over, and we have a pink crystal. That's worked out well. I will immediately spend that. It's a free action to discard that and gain its reward, a pink crystal. And I'm going to use a second ability action right now to do a develop. And as we discussed before, developing a second time will allow you to move up a track. But there's 2 discs left in this space. So the track that I move up is going to be either the white or the black. And to be able to excavate this tile, I need to spend my pink crystal that I literally just got, which is lovely. So I will take the, let's take the black. We'll take the black one. So the black from there goes over here, and that's now a new thing we can activate. We move up the black track 1, 2, 3 spaces. That's going to gain us another victory point. Huzzah! And we also get to flip over this faction tile and reveal the Finder. So these guys look cool. So they're like an aquatic race, holding a little bowl of fish. This is an ability that we now have access to with our ability discs. Once we level up enough on that track, we need to reach this point here, so 2 more, to be able to achieve that. That's great, I'm very happy with that. The second thing we get when we get to this space is we get to take one of these 4 gadget tiles. So our options are spend a crystal to remove a key, gain a worker, spend a crystal to gain a develop, spend a worker to gain a pink crystal. I think we'll take this one. I want some more workers on the board. And that is the end of that. So I can still keep activating this. If I wanted to, I could spend this here to activate here. When I've unlocked that faction ability up top, I could use that again. But I'm going to call my turn there. We're not going to do any more actions. And so, yep, that's it. So we're going to end the round. We're going to move this to here. That was our first turn, 12 to go. And we now get to decide what to do. Make a keycard action, and we will do this keycard action here. So that is 2 moves, and then an excavate. So I'm going to move here. The first one is going to be to move to here, and the second one is going to be, so anytime you move onto a hex with a relic cube, as we just have, you'll need to give up a number of supporters equal to this area here on your track. So the very first one will get you 1 worker, will get you the relic cube. The next couple will need to spend 2 workers to gain it. Fortunately for us, we have 1 worker to spend, and we've taken this grey relic cube, and it slides in here, and we gain the reward, which is we move up the grey track over here. And so the grey track, believe it or not, it's almost like I planned it. It's going to score us 1 victory point. When we score a victory point and we move up to this space on the track, we're actually going to unlock a special upgrade here. Now, unfortunately, we have actually started activating this tile, so we don't get the benefit of this turn. But if we hadn't started activating the tile, we would actually get to do this several times, which would be great. I wish I had have done that somehow. It's fine. I'm then going to move my second move onto this hex right here. And when I'm on that desert hex, I'm going to use the second ability on there. So I did a move. Have I messed this up? Maybe I have. Yeah, no, I get to move twice or build twice. I don't have a pink crystal. I really needed to unlock that first. There was no way to do it, and so there is nothing we should complain about there. Oh, I also get to reveal these guys. The Enterin. Nice. Do I want to move or do I want to stay where I am? No, that's fine. So in my next, my free action is going to be to add a worker where I have a worker, and that's it. That's literally our first 2 turns done. So this comes here. We're going to take a recall turn for our next turn. So a recall turn, we pull both of these key cards out, bang, bang. All of our ability discs come back, and for each key card that we pulled out, we get to activate one of these things. So I'm going to level this up to be a pink one, and I'm going to gain another crystal, and that is all. That was our 3rd turn. Our 4th turn, we will go here. So we do need to ramp up a bit now. We need to get some more tracks happening. Our first white relic cube. Interesting. Interesting. All right, so let's do this here. No, let's do this one here. So we're going to reveal another tile. Oh, how am I going to be able to get enough victory points to get this before I activate that? Oh, this is a challenge. I like it. So, all right, before I activate anything with my key card, I'm going to activate my free one of these. What are we going to get out of the box of secrets? We're getting a 2 move. Okay. I'm going to activate this one now to play a person right where my people are. So I've now got 3 little guys there. And then I am going to play this to develop right now, and I'm going to develop a building. So the hex that I'm on is a desert, so we're going to build this workshop. Costs us a follower to do that, but when you build a workshop, you immediately gain the yellow keycard. So I will take this yellow keycard here, and now I will play this yellow keycard here in this slot. So we get a move, a crystal, one of those 2 options, and then 3 times I can take any one of those options. So what am I trying to achieve? I want that white relic cube, and then I could develop into another workshop and get a green one. Yes, all right, yes, I like where we're at here. This is working for me. So let's do this. We're going to spend, the first one of these will just be a move. So these 2 little guys will move into this hex, and I'll discard 1 to pick up our white relic cube. That moves us up the white track, which is good. The second thing I will do is I will do a develop on this tile. So the tile that we're on allows us to develop a forest workshop. So I will develop a forest workshop right here. That costs us the worker that we're on. However, when we do that, we are going to get to go up this black track 1, 2 spaces, because we've built a building adjacent to this little tile. So now that we've moved up here, we get another activation disc, and we've unlocked the ability to use these here. That seems nice. Seems very nice. What do I want to do there? So I do have that ability unlocked. I'm going to spend this to place out a worker. You can place a worker anywhere where you have a building or another worker. And then I will move that worker to here. I need a pink crystal, but that's okay. I think we can get a pink crystal somehow. Maybe. No, I'm going to do this. I'm going to place him here on that section. Yes. Okay. So that was with a move. Place, move, develop. Done. Now I could activate this ability, which would allow me to place out a thing, but I'm not going to as yet. Okay. Have I missed anything on that turn? I did. I gained a green key card. So which green key card do we want? Let's go this one. So the green key card that we have now is this one, which, as you can see, gains us a worker and a white crystal. Okay. So let's move the turn tracker, and we've reached turn 1. How good's that? Or special round 1. So in the special round, you choose one of these from the specific turn mark you're on. So we're on turn 1. So I get to either choose the path of power, which gains me 2 crystals, or the path of knowledge, which gains me 1 red crystal. And these will then score points based on the end game trigger. So we're going to choose the path of knowledge. I'm going to choose this, which will gain me a pink crystal straight away. That is the entirety of that turn. We move on to turn 5. So I am going to activate this tile. We're going to gain a white crystal, and we get to gain a person. Before I activate that person though, I'm going to unveil a tile. So let's unveil this one here. Is that the one I want to unveil? Sure. Some more activation discs. So I'm going to do that. And we will replenish 1 cube, 2 cubes, and then we also need to place 3 activation discs. 1, 2, 3 there. That's nice spread once again, 3 different colours. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate using my activation disc this ability. That allows me to put out a little raft on a water space. I'm going to place the raft on this water space, and 3 of my little workers go here. Anytime I do an action that has a follower cost on an adjacent tile, one of those workers will jump off into the tile where I've spent it. So that's great. Okay, that also scored me a victory point. So I've scored 1, 2, 3, 4 victory points so far. All right. Now if we come back here, we have a worker, a move, and a develop. So if I wanted to build the monument, that will allow me to get one of these cubes of my choice from this area down here. So there's 4 cubes down here. You get to choose one of your choice. So if I build this. Alternatively, I could go for the black relic cube. Doesn't help me as much. I think I'd like to go for the monument. Am I going to be able to build a monument? I need 1 purple. I don't have a purple right now. One of the things you can do with the develop action is you can spend a develop action to level up a crystal. So yes, I am going to instead, we'll place out the worker. So that's going to go here. We'll do the move. And both of these workers will move up to here. And then we will spend our develop action from here to build that on this hex here. When we do a follower, that gets built, but this guy comes off thanks to my raft. Great whitewater rafting skills from the Finder team. And I get to take a relic cube from down here. So I'm going to take the white one, or the black one is probably better for me. The grey one, sorry, because they have a 2 follower cost. So I'll take this grey one, which then moves me up this grey track 1, 2. It unlocks this second ability now. And I will get an ability cube here. Now I could actually use that straight away to put down an island, and then I would get crystals and workers based on that situation. But no, I don't think I will for now. Remember, I do have this 2 move that I can cash in at any time, and I might cash that in now. Yep, I'm going to cash that in now. 1, 2. And we're going to move these 2 into this hex here with a relic cube. We're going to take that relic cube. We have to spend a guy to pick that up, but then one of our guys comes off the boat, which is great. And that black relic cube moves us 1 up the black track. It doesn't really help us, but remember our goals are to have relic cubes for our endgame scoring. So that's all. I do have the ability to do that island. I'm going to check the rules on that. Okay, so it needs to be on a vacant water hex, so I can't do anything with that as yet. So that's okay. All right, now we are going to move the turn tracker, and we're going to activate this one here, which is spend a crystal to reuse any ability that you have currently already unlocked. So we will do this one. So I can develop right now where I am, but I need to spend a purple crystal for that. So I don't want to do that. Instead, I want to move these 2 guys, 1, 2 to here, and then I'm going to use my second free action to develop, and I'm going to develop here where we have a workshop. So this workshop's placed out on that desert. Costs me 1 worker to build that, but then this guy comes off here. The raft is discarded. That gains us a yellow key card. We'll take this level up, the crystal one. And I still have 1 action left here. So I'm now going to spend my cube, or my ability disc up here, to place out an island in the center of my little formation. And if we read the Entreren thing, gain rewards for each hex that has at least 1 building belonging to any player. Gain 1 crystal for each hex with a workshop, 1 follower for vaults, and 1 point for monuments. So, the 3 crystals, 1, 2, 3, and a follower here. And now I still have 1 action left. I don't have a brown cube yet, so I'm going to move for my 3rd action. I'm going to send these 2 up here, which will take this brown cube, which will grab us that. And we have flipped a free develop action. So we can actually use that now to develop another one of these, which would gain us a green key card. Doesn't really help us at this point in time. No, we're fine for now. We'll keep a hold of this for next turn. Okay, so that was round 6. So we're into round 7. Do I do a recall turn? Got move and develop is pretty tasty. Move and develop. I'll place out 2 followers, but I don't have any movement yet. Oh, you know what I forgot? I definitely forgot to get my second gadget from this hex. What do we got? Oh, we got a movement. 2 crystals and a victory point. All right, I'm taking this movement. So that is a mistake, but that's okay. There's a lot of little things to remember. Cool game, man. I'm absolutely digging this a lot. Okay, I can develop, I think I need more of those ability discs. If I build a workshop, that's not getting me any more ability discs. I really need to build one of those. Yes. So, could move and develop there, and that costs me that crystal. Yes, we're going to do this one using this key card here. So we are going to move up a crystal. We'll take this one up the top. No, I'll take into a second pink one. So that's done. I will then move 2 spaces over here. So this little guy is going to move to here, and this little guy is going to move up to this area where we have excavation. So that's the moves done. And then I'll do a develop action. Yeah, so if I take that up, yeah, okay. So I am actually not going to do that, I'm going to do that. I'll be able to build this. So I want to build this one down here on this tile. So this is a monument. When you build a monument, they are very cool. You choose one of these ones to gain the benefits. Now, if I take 4 victory points, it's going to level up to this. If I take this one, it's get me 3 things on a track. I do like 3 things on a track. This one is level up cubes. I think we'll take this one for 4 victory points immediately. So this goes here, we build our monument there, and we move up 4 victory points, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that immediately gets me that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yep, we're fine. All right, so this is an activated ability E, which is now better. And the second develop rather, I am going to cash this in to develop on the ability stones hex. And I'm going to take an ability stone, and it's the first one that I take. So I will take the black ability stone, I think. Or do I take the white? Yeah, no, I'll take the white ability stone over here. So this guy's discarded. We get the white ability stone, and that moves us up on the white track. 1, 2, gets us a victory point, and also lets us take a gadget, and we reveal the 3rd tribe, which is the Colteron, and they can move onto volcanoes. What do we got here? Nuclear, yep. Level up a thing, yep. 2 workers, thank you very much. 2 workers indeed. I pressed the wrong button, you didn't see any of that, but I've got 2 workers. Alright, so let's just take a little moment to look at our scoring, because we are about to go here. So this one is have 5 of these, and I've got 2. I would need to score another 15 victory points to get to that one. Achievable? Yes. Likely? Maybe not. But it's probably worth a dip. And the second part of that is have 1 of each cube. I've achieved that. The second one here, I think this is definitely the one I'm going to go for. This is have 5 cubes of black, grey or white. I've got 1, 2, 3. So I just need to get 2 more of those. And I need to have 2 relic cubes of the same colour, and they can't be these 4. So basically I'm going to chase a second grey one. There is not a second grey one on the board as yet, but hopefully there will be soon. Alternatively, this one is have 5 of these little things activated. Currently I've activated 1. These are little camps. And they're these things here. When you build adjacent to them, you get that reward. So here's another one here. So we're progressing okay on these. We're basically at the halfway point of the game now, so we need to be doing probably a little better than we are. Let's have a look at our scoring. We're going to take this one. It is the number of key cards that you have, and we get to score this, which is 2 victory points, 1, 2. That helps us towards our quest of completing this objective. Okay, so we're going to here, and we're going to take a recall turn. So in the recall turn, all of our key cards come back. All of our ability discs come back. We had 4 key cards activated. And so that means that we can activate 4 of our abilities. I had to spend that, by the way. So we'll place out a worker for one of our abilities. We'll place it here. We will gain 2 crystals for one of our abilities, which is here. We'll level up a crystal for one of our abilities. Bang. And I reckon we might level up another crystal. Because it would be good to build on some forests, wouldn't it? We'll just take a point. And that unlocks this tile. And we're now 3 of 5. So that's exciting. Alright, so I've moved the turn tracker, I've removed my cubes, I've got my keys. So the next end of turn, we're going to have to choose one of these. At this point in time, it's these 2. So let's hope that proves to be the case. I have 2 more ability discs that I can achieve from here. We just need to get more victory points in the short term. So this turn will be a big one because we've got the ability to activate these. Let's do 2 of these now. I'm going to place out workers, workers, workers. And I'm going to go 1 here. Actually, before I do those, I'm going to activate this explore module, which is here. So I'm going to activate it to gain a crystal. Excellent. And then I can activate it to gain a worker. So I'm going to place out 4 workers, but I'm going to reveal this tile here before I place out any workers. All right, that little water space might prove to be okay. I don't need any more of those discs, so we're just going to look for a relic cube. I need another grey one. Oh, it's white. All right. So now I'm going to place out 2 workers here. And 2 workers here. And I have to place out ability discs as well. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I've now got 2 moves available to me. So the first move that I'm going to make is here, and the second move that I'm going to make is here. And I've now got a develop action available to me, as well as a second develop. So I've got 2 develops there. I've also got a third develop up here. I'm going to take this and see what we get. We get another develop. Okay, so I could use that to level up the cubes that I need. I'm going to spend 3 of these. You can spend 3 at any time as a free action to do that. I'm going to use my develop to turn that into that. And then I'm going to use these 2 develops to grab the last 2 of these that I need. One is black, one is grey. I have to spend both of these crystals. The black one moves me up this track I'll do the black one first. 1, 2, 3. That's going to let me level up a disc. And the grey one goes 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to get me a pink crystal back. So the pink crystal, and level up a key card. I'll level that white one up into one of these. Okay, that also cost me 2 workers to do that. So I'm over here, so I've activated this, I've activated this, I've activated this. I'm now going to activate this one to allow me to move twice. I'm also going to activate this one to give me a little raft on this location here with 3 little workers. And yeah, so we're now moving 2. So these 2 guys are going to move 1 and 2 to here, which is going to be both of these spending to take that white relic cube, but one comes off the boat. We take the second white relic cube, and that lets us move up the white track twice. 1, 2. We now have access to this ability, as well as another relic cube. And so all of those are activated. And I want to put him 1 more space over. So I could use a final develop action and actually build this second one, which would get me a green key card. No, I won't do that. So we'll cash in here. We're going to do this, and this lets us place out 4 workers when we trash that one. And so I will place out 4 workers right now. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is that. Good turn. Good turn. Okay, so that is completed. So we have literally 1, 2, 3, 4 turns remaining. One of these is going to happen. This one looks achievable. This one is also achievable, so we probably take the one of these that's going to be most beneficial. Okay, we're going to use this, and I think we're going to take this action here on board. So let's go and have a look. I want to do a move. I want to do a move first of all. Actually, I think I need to explore again, don't I? Oh no. No, I do. I do want to explore again, actually. So scratch that, belay that. We're going to go here. So we're going to gain a crystal, and we're going to repeat an action space. And the action space we're going to repeat is this one. I'm also going to do one of these things down the bottom, but let's gain a victory point. We're going to unlock this tile, or explore this tile rather. Relic cubes is the key here. Relic cubes is the key. Is that right? No, I think I want it this way. Yes, now this is a volcano. Normally you can't move on volcanoes. However, this little guy up here, Colteron, allows us to move onto volcanoes, so that's good. So we've explored there, gained us a point. We've then got 2 moves which we can do from here. So we will move 1. Oh, sorry, I need to put the relic cubes out. I actually need to see a white or a grey on one of these. There's a grey. Of course, it's on the water though. We're going to need to take that water movement action. Damn. All right, so we move 1 to there, and then we'll move 2 to there, where we will then build a monolith. So we can build any monolith we want, doesn't have to be in order. So we're here, we're going to develop. And we'll take this one for 3 victory points, I think. So we're going to place that over here. So that is going to score us 3 victory points, as well as 3 victory points from our board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're up at 19, and we've leveled up A, which is great. We have a second develop action available to us. That cost us 1 worker. The second develop action, we will take another victory point from our key card. So we're at 20. And the other develop action, I think we take... Yeah, we're going to take this purple, and that will do. Yeah. So we've got ability cubes. Remember, you can spend 2 ability cubes to activate an ability again. So the question is, do I wish to do that? I do want to activate another monolith, I think. So yes, so let's do this over here. Let's spend 2 of our ability discs to activate our movement ability again. I'm going to move these 2, 1 to here, and then we'll move these 2 onto the space there. No, I'll keep them there. I think we probably go him down to there. Yep, that's fine. Then we're going to build another monument, which is going to be this one. It's going to go onto that space. When we build it, this little guy comes off the boat, and that is the worker that we've spent. That's going to allow us to unlock a key card. We're going to unlock this one. And that is everything. And sorry, and to do that, we use this develop action here. Okay, so this is moving down. We have to choose one of these 2. I think I want this one, because I'm going to score more from that. So we get one of these. We have level up on a disc track. Let's cash that in right now. We'll go here. We'll move up to 12 points on that one. That seems fine. Okay. So, it's very, very close now. I am going to move on to turn 11. So we're going to activate this one again. So this is gain a worker and a crystal. Yeah, worker and a crystal. The worker will place on this space here. We'll do the first develop, which is going to be to take a black cube, a black ability disc from here. So it costs us 1 worker and 1 white crystal. That ability disc goes on our board. Because that was a black, we move 1, 2. That's going to get us 3 victory points. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. We are going to achieve all of our goals, I think. We just need that grey ability cube. The grey one. As long as we can get that. Okay, okay, okay. Come on, Dano. Fire up, son. Yes. The second is going to be to reveal a tile. That's going to gain us 1 victory point, and it is going to take our C, the level up tile, as well. So we will reveal this one. Let's go like that. And let's see what of these we can grab. A white, that's just as good as a grey, and a black. Excellent. All right, we're in the clear now. We will move these 2 little guys. I don't have any ability to get an extra guy. I actually could by spending those 2. Yeah, I'll spend these 2 here. to get 2 little workers on that space, and then I will do a move action. So we're going to move 1, 2 to here, and 1, 2 to here. We're going to cache in that white cube. Actually, we do that. We spend those 2. This white cube moves us up twice on the white track. 1, 2. Very, very good. And then with our develop action, our second develop action, we will build this monolith. Here, we again get to choose one of these. We will select this one. We'll build the monolith here, spending our worker to do so and the purple crystal. And we now get to level up 3 tracks. So we'll go 1 to here, which gets us one of these. We'll go 1 to here, which lets us level up a disc. So we'll level that one into a yellow. Sure. And we will move this one to here to get 15 points. That looks nice. So I've activated everything. So we're going to end our turn. We're going to do a recall turn for our second to last turn. I think that's the right approach. So recall, we're going to be able to gain 2 incomes. All of our ability discs come back. Alright, so I do have this, which I forgot to flip, which is a crystal. I've got 2 actions here, so I think we take... I need 2 purples for this, so that is achievable. I don't think I need people as much. So yeah, I think I'll level up a crystal. Am I going to be able to build a second monolith though? That's the question. I potentially could actually, because there is a third monolith. There is a space here which you can build a monolith on, and I would like that actually, because that gains me this reward. Yep. So we want to go for the monolith. So leveling up a disc, a cube, that goes there. We'll trash these 3 to turn that into a pink, and we'll level up a cube into there, and that's it. That is our recall turn. We move on to here. So let's just review. Do we have 5 ability discs of black or white? We do. We have 6. Well done, team. Do we have 2 of the same? We do have 2 white relic cubes. Do we have 5 upgraded tiles? We do. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've successfully completed our goals, our missions. This is our very last turn. Let's hope we can make it an effective one. This will be the disc we use, and we are going to use this action here. So we've got all of these toys to play with. So let's start by grabbing this little disc and see what we get. We get that. That's absolutely useless. Of no value to us whatsoever. Alright, so I'm going to place out some workers. This little guy can move 1, 2. So I want to do that. That's 2 moves. And so I'll spend an ability disc to do that on my Flux Pantaflee. The next thing I want to do, what else can I build that's going to get me points? I think that ability disc is actually going to get me points as well. Okay, so I'm going to spend this one to place out 2 workers. I'm going to place them here, 1, 2. And then I might actually move those twice as well, here and here, to go to there. Excellent. And then I'm going to take the first of my actions here to build a monument here. This one over here. So this one costs us 2 purple cubes, and it's going to go in this space here. That moves us up the black track to 10 for building that. We give our little worker up, and that's going to be worth 10 points at the end of the game, so that seems quite nice. And that monument is done. Then my second build action is going to be here, and we're going to build this little monument thing. So that costs us 1 worker as well. And when we build that, we can level up 2. So I will level up 2 over here on the black track because that's going to score me double there. Then we have one more action that we can take. So where else is a building slot that I have not yet used that will score me points? I did forget to also gain this reward, which is move up the white track 2 times as well. Okay, so over here, I've got plenty of ability cubes left. So I'm going to spend one of these. I just need to get an extra crystal. Sorry, I've got a crystal and a worker here. So that crystal I'm going to immediately spend into that, and the worker will place out here. Excellent. And then we're going to develop with our third action on that to pick up a white cube. It's the second white cube on there. So it costs us the pink crystal. That moves us up the white track 1, 2, 3. So we're going to reveal this, which is a box, obviously. The box is 2 victory points, so we'll cash that in straight away. 1, 2. Okay, so I am then going to, where's a move? I really need to do a move. So am I spending 3 to do another move? Probably am spending 3 to do a move 2. At this point I might as well spend no, that's fine. So we'll go 1, 2 to here. We'll pick up this relic cube. It costs us 2 workers to do that. Yeah, so I'll spend 1 to make 1, 2 to make sure there's extra workers there. 1 and 1. So 1. I'll just leave one little guy there. So those 2 get cashed in for the black relic cube, which does move me up 2 on the black track. So instead of moving up the black track before when I had the option, I'll move up that track. From what was that from? Oh yeah, that was from the books that I got over here. And then, so I've used all of my actions from this action disc. I only have 1 activation disc left. I don't think there's any way that gets me more points than doing this action here, which is placing down an island on an unoccupied island thing. Over here is going to get me 1 plus, so 1 worker plus 2 crystals. So I'll do that. 1 worker, 2 crystals. And I think that is the end of the game. I don't see any way to get that final movement up the track. Oh, I have a final develop action actually. So I can do a final develop action. The develop action will not get me anything that I want. Move up the black track with that. No, can't do that. Yeah, the develop action does not do me any benefit. I guess I just place out a crystal with my last... no, I don't have any more ability cubes. That's it. We're done. Game over. Okay. Let's reveal the final scoring, which I have not yet done, so this is exciting. All players reveal our objective cards, which we have, and score 15 points if we've met its requirements. We have indeed met its requirements, because we needed 5 of these, which we have, 5 of those, which we have. So we will score 15 points, 26 goes to 41. I'll put all these back here so they're a bit easier to follow. This is a cool game, man, cool game. We also have that. Okay, so path card scoring. Sort the 6 path cards in order from bottom to top. All players score points for all 6 cards, but for each card with your marker, you also score the specialization bonus. So let's go over here. So this is Path of Power. So that is number of monuments on the board and the points that are on those monuments. Plus, I don't know what that one is. Let's read it. What does that say? Path of Power. Score the points shown in each location where you have a monument. Great. So, this monument is worth 3 points. 1, 2, 3. This monument is worth 2 points. 1, 2. And this monument is worth 12. So we go to 58 there. So that's all the monuments. We don't double up on those. The next one is the Path of Knowledge. So that is our points on the knowledge track. Plus, we also get that Path of Knowledge. For each knowledge track, you score the highest point symbol. Score your second most valuable knowledge track again. Oh, goodness me. So 18 and 12 is 30. So we go to 88. Plus another 12 is 100. And then we're going to score the 12 again to go to 112. So that's 112 here. So the Path of Efficiency, we get the points on each of our little key cards. And so this one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 points, taking us to 118. And 2 additional points for each yellow, grey and green key card. That is 10 points there, taking us to 128. So that one is done. This one here, the Path of Legends. It's 2 points for each one of those, which is vaults. I've built 4 vaults. And so that's 8 points for the vaults, taking me to 36. Up here, relic cubes. For each relic cube colour, score the points shown below your rightmost cube on the board. So I am going to score 6, 12, 13 from relic cubes, taking me to 49, 149. And then the last one is from the white, grey and black ability stone, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 14 points to go to 163, plus an additional 2 for each stone, which is another 14 points to go to 179. All right, remaining resources. We can convert crystals and workers. Players do not need to worry about storage capacity. It adds the number of followers they have on the main board and then scores 1 point for every follower and crystals. So I have on the main board 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 2 crystals is 9, so that's 3 points. We go to 182. And objective cards we have done. So our total score is 182 in our first game. And we did successfully win, which is great. And I'm going to use the digital companion to find out what that is. Okay, the Recall Companion is a cool little digital thing that you can have specific players that have played digitally be these, which is pretty fun, and their scores. Anyway, I whooped all 3 of them. So 182. I'm actually going to do a live play of this tonight. So I will catch you all in the next episode of BigDenoPlays, which may be this tonight. So I'll see you then. BigDeno out.